The singles market continues to slow down as players get ready for Brothers War. So which card comes out as the hottest selling card this week in Magic? We have a new contender coming from Kamigawa making an appearance, but will Dominaria hold the top spot? Let's find out. So far in 2022, Dominaria United continues to be the champion in this singles market. Welcome back everyone, MTG Moxman here, and thank you for hanging out with me on the channel today. Welcome aboard to all the new subscribers hitting that button and joining in. Turn on those notification bells. I do upload new content each and every day. Welcome back to all my regular viewers who check out my content every day, and make sure to leave those comments, guys. And what would this channel be without the Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube membership members? Thanks everyone for being there. You guys are awesome. So here we go, guys. We are taking a look at the Hot 10 this week, the hottest selling cards in Magic. But as most of you are aware, there's been a real slowdown in the singles market overall as players are having a hard time deciding what to do with their money. Some players are getting geared up for Brothers War, but nobody is placing out any pre-orders. They're all holding that gunpowder dry to see how these sales will pan out when the singles start getting spoiled. We'll know in the next week or so, as spoilers start coming out, how good Brothers War is, and that will determine what happens in the secondary market for people who've been holding off on certain cards, wondering which ones will trigger together inside the standard format. But many of the cards on today's list also are finding homes in Modern as well as Commander. So let's get down the list today. Let's find out if Dominaria holds the top spot or if something else has come in to take it away from them. These are the hottest selling cards this week, and this is your Hot 10. Our number 10 card this week with 189 sales is Tamiyo Safekeeping from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. This card is less than $1 US to buy it. Here in Canada, it's about $1.50, and it's also less than €1 to get this card into your house. But a 1 green instant that makes a target permanent you control gain hexproof and indestructible, and at the end of the turn you gain 2 life. This is an amazing piece of Magic creation that allows a lot of players to make a game that you look like they were losing come back for a sweet win. Guys, an amazing card that a lot of players are using. Now the number 9 card this week is Tear Asunder, and that is Dominaria United with a market price of less than $1. It's only 56 cents US. Here in Canada, it's about $1.50 Canadian, and it's less than €1 to get this card into your house. 291 sales this week, and a closer look at the card lets you know it is kind of fun to have around if you're playing a multicolored deck, which a lot of players are doing nowadays. It's 1 green, 1 other to exile a target green artifact or enchantment. But if this spell was kicked, you can exile a target non-land permanent. So yeah, you're paying 4, but depending on what you need to use this card for, it is a great multi-use card depending on the deck build and what you're hoping to face off against. Great card. The next card is Phoenix Chick, and this one has not been on the Hot 10. Again, Dominaria United with 509 sales this week. This card here, I've seen many times in Arena, but I've yet to see it inside of a store when I'm playing against people. The market price is 34 cents US, $1 here in Canada, 22 cent euro to get this card into your house. It's a really cheap card, guys. And I haven't really seen this card come back from the graveyard that often. Once or twice maybe, but people are using it for its haste ability, and they're putting little stack up spells on it. It is a bit of an annoyance. It's a Phoenix Chick. I get it. It's a little baby guy coming to get you. But you know what? It is seeing play, and obviously players are trying to construct things around it, which makes a lot of sense at that price point. Now the number 7 card, Voldaean Hexcatcher from Dominaria United with 626 sales this week and a market price of $3.13 US. Here in Canada, this card goes for around $5 Canadian. Now when you take a closer look at the card, it has multifaceted uses in everything from standard to modern, as well as commander. Everyone loves a good merfolk, and this merfolk wizard has flash. And when it comes in, you can sack a merfolk to counter a target spell unless its controller pays 1. You can wait till people are tapped out. This card is just one of those cards you hate to see at the last second when you've tapped everything out to get a big bomb off, and this thing flies in, you sack some minor merfolk, and your spell gets countered by 1. Yeah, that's the kind of card this is going to be, and a lot of players are using it, and the sales have stayed consistently around this level, but it's making the Hot 10 this week because other cards have totally fallen off the radar. Everything from like Jodah and stuff are just gone. Now, the number 6 card this week is the Leaf Crowned Visionary with 805 sales. Another strong card that a lot of players have been enjoying, and there was thousands and thousands of sales in that first few weeks. Tens of thousands by the time we added it all up. The foil is $6 US. The market value is $4.31 US. It's around $7 here in Canada. And when you take a closer look, remember, every elf tribal is going to get this card. Other elves you control get +1/+1, and whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay 1 green, and if you do, you draw a card. Of course, this is going to find the perfect home, and Wizards has done a good job adding these types of cards into sets like this to add value for Commander players, to add value for future deck builders in Modern. I like this stuff, guys. A lot of fun to be had. Now, the number 5 card is the Defiler of Vigor with 870 sales this week. The market price is $4.65 US, and a foil is $6.04. Pretty close together. I like that little bit of disparity of over $1 difference. It shows the foils have a little bit of value, but they've just messed up the foil market so bad as far as I'm concerned. They've got to cut foil production still by around 70%. I don't know if they'll do that, but that's what they need to do to kind of right the ship when it comes to foils. Now, when you take a closer look at this card, it is seeing a lot of play. It's a 5 casting cost 6/6, but it's that bottom ability. Whenever you cast a green permanent spell, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I've seen this in elf tribal decks as well as just mono green elf decks that have mono green decks that have all kinds of small creatures that get pumped up from all the card drawing and all the casting of spells you get. So, an amazing card. And it's going to see play for a long time, and I don't expect the value to change much now. It may go back up to the $5-6 level. There's not too many ways of breaking this card right now, but you don't know what the future will bring. Now, number 4 is Leyline Binding, Dominaria United, with 951 sales this week. The market price is $12.57, kind of staying on par with last week's order. And when you take a look at the card a little closer, it's that ability that it flashes in and has domain that people are really excited about. You can cast it for its high cost if you had to, but if you have enough things going for it, you can get it for a really cheap casting cost, as well as bringing it back from the graveyard. A nice card. I still think the price point is off on this card. I don't know about its longevity and value, but players are using it right now, and that's a great thing. Tolarian Terror hangs on with Dominaria United, 1,203 sales this week. Market price of 27 cents US, about $1 here in Canada. 1,203 sales, guys. Not much to say about the card. It is seeing play, especially on Arena. I've seen it a lot as players try to get it out really quick by casting all these instants and stuff. It can be very effective, but there's so many board wipes that, like I use, that just wipe this thing out. I never really feel threatened by the card unless they already have such dominance in the game state that it doesn't matter what I did anyway, and the Tolarian just is another nail in the coffin. It's fine. Great fun card, not a high value target, but interesting to see. Now, the number 2 card this week, and that is Braids, who was last week's champion. So we have a new number 1 card this week on the list, and that is Braids Arisen at number 2, 1,290 sales. And you can see the market price is still the $2.43 US. The foil is $3.96 US, around $4 here in Canada. And it's €2.17 to get this card into your house. And it's this particular version that people really enjoy. They go for the showcase version, and they're buying a lot of copies still, which is great. It's a fun card. People kill it every time they see it hit the battlefield now, myself included. And that brings us to the number 1 card, the card you've been waiting to see. That's right. Relic of Legends is back again. It only lost the top spot for 1 week. It lost it to Braids, and now it's taken it back with 1,980 sales this week. Guys, this card is still the market price of $1.87. The foil is $3.50. Here in Canada, it's around $3. The card won't go away. People keep buying this card time and time again. The Relic of Legends is now by far the longest serving number 1 card that we've had on the Hot 10. And it's not expensive or anything. Just players love the card. They're using it. They're hoarding it. Whatever they're doing well. But now, guys, if you take a look, you have to notice something. If you watch my Hot 10 videos, the sales here are so low. They are so low right now. I haven't seen them this low since I started doing the Hot 10. I thought last week was kind of low. This is way less than that. I don't know if this is that uncertainty going on in Magic the Gathering right now. Players in a little bit of a crisis deciding what to do. Brothers Wars coming up. Players are saving. 30th anniversary stuff. There's a lot of balls to juggle, and a lot of players are unsure of where they're going to go with this. So I'll keep going to the grindstone and letting you know what the Hot 10 cards are, and we'll see if the sales improve in the next few weeks when Brothers War hits the battlefield. Guys, have an awesome day, and thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I'm looking forward to seeing those comments in the comments section about how you feel with all these single sales. I'll see you then. What would the world be if you didn't have those awesome people who've got your back? The people taking care, making sure everything's going all right, and that is the patrons! Patrons rock! What, you thought it was over? It's never over. Even when you think it's over, it's not over. Welcome to Coffee Day. I'll be your host, the Coffee Mox Man. Hope you're having an awesome day, you 3%ers. I'm going to finish this coffee one big gulp. Yep, no coffee grounds. We're doing good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a blast doing it. Those sales are super low, guys. And they're not all from just the singles being dull. Because we've seen dull singles before. I think this is people doing the whoosh, whoosh to Wizards. I think people are freaked out. And they don't want to deal with anything right now. Interesting times, guys. When the world's crazy like this, though, that's when a lot of wealth is made. I'll have some videos on that next week. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Thanks for being here. Have an awesome weekend. Hot 10 reserve list tomorrow. Can't wait to share it with you guys. And I'll see you guys, of course, for the live stream Sunday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. See you guys then.